Good morning, you guys. It's Natalie. It's Hotshot Adventures. So, I woke up at Walmart. I put myself together as best as I can doing, trucker camping. And it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm trying to find where the heck I'm supposed to go today. There's like an Air Force base that way. There's like a Army, I think, base like 10 miles that way. The Air Force is like 5 miles that way. And Fort Carson is like 10 miles south. So I'm not sure which one I know I need to go to Fort Carson, but I wanted to hit Colorado Springs first because my 2 top crates are going there. So, right, I mean, doesn't really matter, but it's going to be a little bit faster for the unload if the 2 top ones go first. So that was my genius idea. So I want to go to Colorado Springs first, but I cannot find this information. I found one person who put a comment on Google that said commercial entrance. So that's the one that I'm going to go to. But I will give you this, but the address does not pull up in Google Maps, right? The address on the military base where I have to unload the crates does not pull up on Google Maps. But a road pulls up on Google Maps, not the address, but the road, the street. And I'm going to this entrance, and Google Maps says my delivery is at that other place. So I have no idea. So I'm going to go to what I think is the commercial entrance, and we're going to see if it's going to be a shit show or not. That's okay. And I literally have to go in there like a dumb blonde and like, oh, is this the commercial entrance? Oh, do you guys have this address here? Because I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to go here or there or here or there or what. So I'm going to have to just, ask like a silly person. This one's a little bit confusing, so this one's a little bit tricky. That's okay. I'll figure it out. I'll probably have to spend, go drive around, but that's all right. I did find a Mercedes. I found a really nice flatbed load that's 4,700 pounds. That would be perfect. Oh my God, for $2,200. Not sure how much length they need, if it's a full truckload or not. It's paying as though it's a full truckload. So, but I'm going to call and try anyways, because if it'll fit on 28 feet, I'm just going to smash it into my 28 feet and run it, because that would be like, oh my God, so wonderful. If not, right, I know I'm kind of wishful thinking. If not, I found a Mercedes down the road for $700. I'll do that one. It's $1 a mile. Fine. So, either way, we're going to put a little bit more money on the trailer today. Yep, went to the wrong one. My paperwork says Colorado Springs, and 2 of my paperwork say Colorado Springs, and then the other one says Fort Carson. So of course I go to Colorado Springs. I don't go to Fort Carson. No, I have to go to Fort Carson. So here we go. No Colorado Springs, unless that young boy was just a dummy, which it's quite possible that Fort Carson is going to turn me away and send me back to Colorado Springs. He was a very young man, and he did not know where the commercial entrance was to Fort Carson. He, just very young, whatever, right? So I'm trying to get my paperwork together, and I look up, and all the other trucks are there, and all the guys that were in those trucks are gone, right? And I'm still at my truck because I don't know what the hell's going on. I've never been there, This military guy comes out, and he's like, why are you not in the waiting room? And I was like, what waiting room? He's like, well, you saw everybody else leave. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, why didn't you follow them? I said, because I'm not a follower. I said, and I'm not a mind reader either. I was waiting for direction. So if somebody wants me to go somewhere, they need to let me know. And he said, hold on a second. He went back into the office, and then he came out with the young boy that, directed me into the bay, who did not give me any further direction. And then I guess he told that boy to come out and tell me what the heck to do. So I was like, I'm not a follower. I'm not a mind freaking reader. If y'all want me to do something, y'all need to say something, because, this is not how I get down. Maybe that's how you get down, but not me. Then they told me to go into the visitor room where all those 8 men that were in the 3 trucks around me were all sitting. There was 8 men in 8 chairs, and I walk in 5 minutes after they've been sitting, and they all look up from their phones. They look at me, and they look right back down at their phones. Not one man said, ma'am, would you like a seat? Nothing. So I stood there, I'm load searching. I'm busy anyways. Chivalry was dead in that room. I am not saying chivalry is dead in the world, because I still have hopes. And when I'm back home in Texas, lots of people open the doors, hold the door open for me and stuff like that, and say good morning and, you know, all of that. But chivalry was definitely dead in that room. So whatever. Spent 5 minutes, had to wait till the truck in front of me cleared so that I could make a U-turn and get out of there. And now we are 10 miles from Fort Carson. So try again. They were so sweet here in Fort Carson. They didn't know where my next address was, which kind of sucks, because now I got to get the broker involved. So I called the broker and I'm like, hey, I can't find this address. You didn't give me a phone number. I already been to 2 commercial entrances. Nobody knows, blah, blah, blah. And she's going to have to call people and check it out and go from there. And it just totally sucks because now I have to wait. I have to wait and see what she says, and that could take 5 minutes or that could take 30 minutes. And, you know, but the thing is, I can't just keep, you know, driving around and, you know, trying to figure out which one is right and which one is not right. Like, that's the broker's job. That's what they're supposed to do, is be the go-between. They're supposed to know their customers. They're supposed to have the right information, and that's why they're supposed to be, you know, that's why they exist. That's why they exist. In my world. In my world, that's why they exist. So I like to solve my own problems when I can, but on something like this, I'm gonna let them go ahead and work for their money. I did book the Mercedes-Benz, that phantom load. The next time I called them at like 6:30 in the morning, they weren't open. By the time I checked again, about 7:30, the load was gone. So I don't know if it was a true flatbed load or if I had a shot at it, but I missed it. So I booked the Mercedes. She did not budge on the rate. But after I'm done with this last Colorado drop, I'll head north about 40 miles and pick that up. And it's dealership to dealership, so it should be pretty easy. Go over here. Go over there. Go over here. Go over there. Call this guy. Call this guy. Oh my goodness, you guys. So 1 hour later, and I am back to the same warehouse. Basically, the broker said if I get a signature, I can drop it wherever I want. So the building where I'm supposed to drop it, which fortunately is still on the same base here in Fort Carson, that building is completely like locked down. So there's a ton of cars in the parking lot, but I don't know where those people are. They're out in the field, or I don't know what they're doing. So so they told me come back here, so I'm back here, and I'm gonna see if these guys will take these 2 other little crates for me and just sign my paperwork, and I gotta go. It's a little windy. I had to throw a ponytail because it's just like a little windy, a little bit windy. Not bad. Last night was really windy, but yeah, these guys are gonna take these 2 crates. They're like, yeah, and they said just bring it here, and I'm like, yep. And he's like, okay. So I'm like, yes. So we can get on down the road, you guys. I'm done with this, and I haven't been able to find Darren anything yet. He's dropping off half his trailer today in Iowa, and then he has the other half going to Minnesota, and I haven't found him nothing. Been staring at the board while I've been waiting, and you know, waiting to check in and waiting to go over here and waiting to go over here. So a little bit frustrated with that, but that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Right there, and then bump the Jeep forward, go get the Mercedes and get down the road. We're here, let's go pick up our Mercedes-Benz. Fancy car, going to North Dakota of all places.